My girlfriend said, "My parents don't like you, they like my ex." I replied, "I'm done with us." Then I packed my life into boxes, left my keys and a short note on her counter, vanished to a friend's spare room, and I just watched as her day ended with a phone call that changed everything. Welcome back to AF Tales. In today's story, we explore what happens when a man is uninvited from his own girlfriend's graduation because her parents prefer her ex, and she is too afraid to stand up for him. As you listen, notice the moment where you would have walked away. I am 28, and I had been with my girlfriend Adriana for 3 years. For the last year and a half, we lived together in a modest apartment downtown. I thought we were building a real future. I knew her study schedule, her stress habits, and I was proud that she was about to graduate. I assumed I would be in the crowd cheering for her. The first sign that something was off came 2 weeks before her graduation ceremony. She kept dodging the details. Anytime I asked about the time, the tickets, or where to park, she changed the subject. One morning over coffee, I tried again. "So, Saturday at 2 p.m., right? Should I pick up flowers for your mom beforehand?" She cut me off, stirring her coffee a little too hard. "Actually, maybe it's better if you don't come." I set my phone down. "What? It is going to be crowded. There is limited seating." "Adriana, we have been planning this for months." I took the day off work. She would not look at me. She just stared into her cup like it might give her a way out. In moments like this, silence can be louder than any answer. This was the first red flag I tried to explain away as stress. The next few days were tense. She came home from exams, barely spoke, and scrolled through her phone with this distant look. When we watched TV, I would reach for her hand and she would let me hold it for a moment, then pull away. "Did your professor like your final project?" I asked one evening. "Yeah, want to celebrate. We could go to that Italian place you like." "I am tired." "Adriana, talk to me. What is going on?" "Nothing. I am just stressed. Stop hovering." I was not hovering. I was watching my girlfriend slowly pull out of our life together, and I had no idea why. Many people in long-term relationships know this feeling. The person is still there, but you can feel them leaving. 2 days later, her parents came over for dinner. In 3 years, I had met them maybe 5 times. Every visit was brief and awkward. Her mother, Patricia, almost never spoke to me. Her father, Richard, looked through me like I was part of the furniture. I made lasagna and set the table nicely. Adriana was tense, laughing too loudly at her father's small talk about the weather. "So," Richard said, cutting his food with perfect, careful motions, "Adriana tells us you work in IT support." "System administration, right? Actually, I manage the systems," I said. He nodded like I had confirmed something disappointing. Nathan was in finance, very ambitious young man. Nathan, her ex, the one she dated for most of college. I saw Adriana's face go pale. "Dad, please," she murmured. "Just making conversation," he said. "Nathan is doing very well, just bought a place in River Oaks." Patricia finally chimed in. "Such a shame how things ended between you two. You were so good together." Under the table, Adriana squeezed my hand, but she said nothing, not one word in my defense. Richard kept going, either oblivious or indifferent. "He has been asking about you. Saw your mother at the country club last week." "That is nice," Adriana said weakly. "We always thought you two would end up married," Patricia added. "He comes from such a good family." I set my fork down. "I am sitting right here." Richard finally looked at me. "Of course, no offense intended." "Her ex-boyfriend is not just an old friend," I said. "Theo," Adriana whispered, warning in her voice. "What am I supposed to do, just sit here while your parents talk about how perfect your ex is at our table?" Patricia's expression hardened. "There is no need to be rude." "I am being rude. I cooked dinner, and now I am listening to you list his achievements in the apartment Adriana and I share." "It is my apartment," Adriana said quietly. The table went silent. That one sentence said a lot. It reminded me that the lease was in her name, paid with help from her parents. It was a subtle way of saying I could be replaced. Richard and Patricia exchanged a look. "We should be going," Richard said, standing. They left within minutes. Patricia gave Adriana a long hug and walked right past me. Richard did not even nod. After they left, Adriana started doing the dishes, moving fast, plates clattering. "Are you going to talk about what just happened?" I asked. "They are old-fashioned. They do not mean anything by it," she said. "Your dad compared me to Nathan at our dinner table." "Just drop it, okay? You are being sensitive." "How long have you known they do not like me?" She spun around, dish soap dripping from her hands. "What do you want me to say, that my parents do not like you? Fine. They do not. They think I could do better. They think Nathan was better for me." "Are you happy now? Have you been hiding me from them this whole time?" I did not want to deal with their judgment. "So instead of standing up for me, you just kept me hidden." "It is not that simple," she said. "It really is," I replied. She went back to washing dishes that were already clean. When someone keeps defending their family but never defends you, the relationship is already uneven. This is where many people stay and hope it improves, but the pattern is usually already set. Over the next week, she spent more and more time at the library, coming home at 10 or 11 and going straight to bed. One night, I woke at 2 a.m. and saw a light under the bathroom door. I walked closer and heard her laughing softly, the laugh she used to save for me. The next morning, I asked, "Who were you texting at 2 a.m.? "Lauren. She is having boy problems," she said. "At 2 a.m. She works late shifts." "Why are you interrogating me?" I let it go, but it added to the pile. The morning of her graduation, I woke up to find her fully dressed, makeup done, and glued to her phone. She was texting someone and smiling in a way I had not seen in weeks. "You look beautiful," I said. "Thanks," she replied without really looking up. "So, are we really not going to talk about this?" She sighed like I was a burden. "Talk about what? About me not being invited to watch you graduate? About your parents treating me like I am beneath you? About Nathan still being in the picture?" Her face changed. She set her phone down with a sharp click. "Fine. You want to know my parents do not like you. They do not think you are good enough for me. They think I am wasting my time with someone who has no real ambition, no family money, nothing to offer. They like Nathan, they have always liked Nathan, and honestly," she grabbed her purse, "sometimes I think they might be right." The words hung between us. That is the kind of sentence you cannot pull back once it is said. "I understand," I said quietly. She blinked. "What? I understand." "You should go. You do not want to be late." "That is it. That is all you are going to say. What do you want me to say? You just told me everything I needed to know." "I am just being honest. You always say you want honesty." "There is honesty and then there is cruelty," I said. She stood there for a moment, waiting for me to argue or beg. When I did not, she left and slammed the door hard enough to rattle the frames on the wall. I sat there for about 5 minutes, staring at the coffee table. Then I stood up and started packing. It took about 3 hours. Clothes, books, my gaming setup, documents. The lease was in her name, helped by her parents. I had been paying half, but my name was nowhere. Just like I was nowhere in her real life when it came to them. Sometimes the most powerful move you can make is a quiet one. I loaded my car in 4 trips. When I finished, the apartment looked strangely hollow. I left my keys on the kitchen counter next to a short note. "Good luck with everything, Theo." No long speech, no drama, just a decision. I drove to my friend Leo's place. He lived across town and had a spare room. "Dude, what happened?" he asked, helping me carry boxes. "I got uninvited from her graduation because her parents like her ex better," I said. "So I left." "And you just left? What else was I supposed to do?" He did not have an answer for that. Around 7 p.m., my phone started blowing up. Missed calls from Adriana. Dozens of texts. "Where are you? This is not funny. Your stuff is gone, Theo. Answer me. My parents are asking where you are. Why would you just leave like this?" I did not respond. I sat on Leo's couch, eating takeout pizza and trying to figure out how I felt. Angry, sad, relieved. Mostly, I felt tired. When you reach the tired stage, it often means the decision is already made in your mind. Around 9 p.m., I got a call from an unknown number. "Hello," I answered. "Theo, where are you?" It was Richard. His voice sounded tense. Adriana is saying strange things. She is very upset. We need to talk. I do not think we have anything to talk about, Richard. Listen. I know we may have been, perhaps we were not as welcoming as we should have been, but this is serious. She will not stop crying. We came over to celebrate and found the apartment half empty. She told me this morning that you do not think I am good enough for her, I said, that you think she is wasting her time. Were you aware of that silence? That is not exactly. Did you or did you not say those things to her? We may have expressed concerns about your financial situation, he said slowly, but we never told her to end things. You did not have to. You made it clear every time you were around us that I was not good enough, and she listened. Theo, be reasonable. Running away is not. I am not running away. I am walking away from a relationship where I was never going to be enough for you or for her. Where your daughter was ashamed to bring me to her own graduation. She is not ashamed of you, he said. She did not invite me to the ceremony. Think about what that means, Richard. Wait, Theo, please. I hung up. 10 minutes later, Adriana called from her mother's phone. Theo, please just talk to me. I am sorry. I should not have said those things, she said, crying. Stressed about what, I asked. About hiding me, about being ashamed of me. I am not ashamed of you, she said. I did not invite you because there is so much pressure and my parents, You did not invite me to your graduation. You let your parents insult me. You told me they might be right, that I am not good enough. What am I supposed to think? I did not mean it like that. I was overwhelmed. They put so much pressure on me and you chose them over me every single time, I said. That is not fair. You know what is not fair? Spending 3 years with someone who treats you like a secret. I met your parents 5 times in 3 years. I sat at our table while they compared me to your ex, and you never stood up for me. I was trying to protect you from their judgment, she said. No, you were protecting yourself from having to choose. Theo, please, where are you? Can we talk face to face? No. What do you mean, no? I mean I am done, Adriana. I packed my stuff. I left my keys. I am not coming back. You cannot just break up with me over the phone, she sobbed. You broke up with us when you uninvited me from the most important day of your life because your parents like your ex better. I am just making it official. She started crying harder, the hyperventilating kind of crying that used to make me drop everything. Theo, please, I love you. I just made a mistake. Please do not do this. If you loved me, you would have defended me once in 3 years, I said. I am glad you are seeing it now, but it is too late. It is not too late. It is for me. Goodbye, Adriana. I hung up and turned off my phone. Leo found me on the couch around midnight. You okay, man? I do not know, I said. For what it is worth, you did the right thing, he said. Nobody should make you feel like you are not enough. The next morning, I turned my phone back on. 47 notifications. Most were from Adriana. One message stood out. It was from Nathan. Hey man, Adriana's parents gave me your number. I do not know what happened, but she is pretty messed up. Maybe just talk to her. Her parents had given my number to her ex and asked him to talk me into coming back. That told me everything about where I ranked in their eyes. I blocked his number. Then I blocked her parents. Then, after a long look at her contact photo, I blocked Adriana too. A week passed. I threw myself into work and into a basic routine with Leo. Go to work, come home, talk, sleep, repeat. The shape of my days changed, but the quiet felt better than the constant tension. One evening, Leo came home looking uneasy. Adriana showed up at my office today, he said. She waited in the lobby until I came down. What did she want? She wanted to know where you were. Said it was urgent. She looked rough, man. What did you tell her? That I was not getting involved. She started crying in the lobby, but I did not tell her anything. Good, I said. She told me she broke things off with her parents, he added. Said she told them to stop contacting Nathan, that she chose you. I put my head in my hands. It does not matter, Leo. She had 3 years to choose me. She did not when it mattered. 2 days later, I got an email at my work address. Somehow she had found it. Theo, it began. I know you do not want to hear from me, but I need you to know that I told my parents everything. I told them they were wrong about you, that I was ashamed of myself, not you. I told them if they could not accept you, they could not have me. My dad cried. My mom stopped speaking to me. I blocked Nathan. I moved out of the apartment. I am staying with Lauren. I'm not asking you to come back. I just need you to know that I am sorry and that you deserve better. I read it 3 times. Then I closed my laptop and did not respond. Sometimes an apology is real, but it does not mean the relationship should restart. That is an important distinction many people struggle with. About a month went by. The sharp anger faded into something quieter. I started seeing someone new very casually. Her name was Zoe. She was a graphic designer who laughed at my bad jokes and never made me feel small. One night, Leo and I walked into a coffee shop and ran straight into Adriana. She saw me first. "Theo," she said, voice small. "Adriana." Her friend grabbed her arm. "Maybe we should go." "No, it is okay," Adriana said. She took a breath. "How are you?" "I am good." "You?" "I am getting there," she said. She looked thinner and there was a tired, older look in her eyes. "I just wanted you to know I meant everything I wrote," she said. "I am working on being better. I am going to therapy." "That is good," I said. "I am glad." We stood there in an awkward silence. "Well," she said, "I will not keep you. It was good to see you." She walked past us toward the door, then turned back. "For what it is worth," she added, "you were always enough, more than enough. I was just too scared to see it." Then she left. Leo exhaled. That was heavy. "Yeah," I said. "You okay?" he asked. "Yeah," I said, and this time I meant it. 3 months later, I got one final message from an unknown number. "I saw on Leo's Instagram that you are seeing someone. She seems nice. I hope she treats you the way I should have. Take care of yourself, Theo." I stared at the message for a long time, then typed back, "I hope you find what you are looking for. Take care." Then I deleted the thread and finally let it go. That night Zoe and I were cooking dinner when she noticed I was quiet. "You okay?" she asked. "Yeah," I said, "just closing a chapter, you know, the X." She kissed my cheek. "Good. You deserve to be someone's first choice, not their consolation prize." For the first time in years, I actually believed that. Self-worth often returns in small moments like this, not in dramatic scenes. According to a mutual friend, Adriana graduated with honors. She moved to another city, started working for a nonprofit, and stayed single for a while. Her parents tried to reconnect, but she kept them at arm's length. Nathan got engaged to someone else. As for me, I stayed with Zoe. We moved in together last month. Her parents invited me to Sunday dinner within 2 weeks of meeting me. They treated me like family from day one. No tests, no comparisons, no talk about better options. Last week, during one of those dinners, Zoe's dad pulled me aside. "You know," he said, "Zoe is really happy with you." "I am happy with her too," I said. "Good. You treat her right and you will always be family here." Family, just like that. That night in bed, Zoe whispered in the dark, "You awake?" "Yeah." "What are you thinking about?" "How lucky I am," I said. "Me too," she replied and kissed my shoulder. I thought back to the morning Adriana left for her graduation. How calm I felt when I said, "I understand." In that moment, I knew exactly what I had to do. The best decision I ever made was walking away from someone who could not see my worth. The second best was believing I deserved better. Now that the story is over, here are some lessons we can take from it. Lesson 1. If someone is ashamed to show you off on their biggest days, believe what they are telling you about your place in their life. Lesson 2. When a partner never defends you in front of their family, the problem is not only the family, it is also the lack of loyalty from your partner. Lesson 3. Apologies and personal growth can be real, but you are not required to go back to a relationship that hurt you. Lesson 4. You deserve to be someone's first choice, not the backup when other plans fail. Lesson 5. Walking away from people who cannot see your worth creates space for people who value you right away. What would you have done in this situation? Would you have left earlier? Or would you have given Adriana another chance after her email? Share your thoughts in the comments, because someone listening might need to hear your perspective.